Capital is divided into two. The first is fixed capital and the second is working capital. Fixed capital is your investment in fixed assets, whereas working capital is your investment in short-term assets, or it is the capital required for a regular day-to-day running of the business. Working capital is further divided based on two components. First is on the basis of concept and second is on the basis of time. On the basis of concept, they are divided into gross working capital and net working capital. Gross working capital refers to the total investment in the current assets of a company. For example, cash, debtors, etc. Net working capital is the difference between current assets and current liabilities. So, from your current assets, when you deduct your current liabilities, such as your payables or your creditors, you will get your net working capital. So, these are the two types of working capital based on concept. Now, based on time, they are divided into permanent or fixed working capital and temporary or variable working capital. Now, permanent or fixed working capital is that minimum level of working capital which is required permanently for running your business, which means that even if the production changes, the firm must maintain this minimum level. That is your permanent or fixed working capital. Second type is the temporary or variable working capital. So anything above this minimum level will be called as temporary or variable working capital. Now, this is the extra capital required for seasonal or temporary need. It could also change with your level of production or sales. So, these are the two categories of working capital based on time. Next, we have the concept of operating cycle. So, it is the time required for a business to convert its investment in inventory into cash through sales. In simple words, it shows how long money is tied up in the production and sales process before it comes back as cash. So under operating cycle, again we have two subcategories. The first is gross operating cycle. So gross operating cycle measures the total time taken from purchasing your raw materials until collecting cash from your customers. And gross operating cycle includes two components. First is the inventory and second is the debtors. So GOC equals inventory conversion period plus receivables collection period. Now, under inventory, you have three components: raw materials, work in progress, and finished goods. So, inventory conversion period includes raw material conversion period, work in progress conversion period, finished and finally finished goods conversion period. So all these three plus the receivables or debtors collection period will give you gross operating cycle. Next, we have net operating cycle or cash conversion cycle. So in gross operating cycle, I mentioned that it is the total of your inventory conversion period and your debtors or receivables collection period. So net operating cycle measures the actual time for which funds are blocked in operations after considering credit from suppliers. So your NOC equals your GOC, which includes four components: your raw material, work in progress, finished goods, and debtors, less your payables or creditors deferral period. So that is your net operating cycle. So operating cycle could be divided into two: gross operating cycle, which is the conversion period taken for your current assets, and from that, when you deduct the payables or creditors deferral period, you get your net operating cycle.